as in things you
And I know this fellow, but he wants his name withheld. I wanted to comment on your you all know him. I wanted to comment on your podcast when you were discussing the mural at Brooklyn Center High School that is supporting hate speech. I'm using a fake name in this email out of fear of retaliation or termination for my job. I work in education in a neighboring district not far from Brooklyn Center. When these kinds of things happen, or the equity training that we employees are forced to participate in, it is all we seem to be taught that as white people, we are wrong. No matter what we do, it's wrong. When Kenny asked why anyone pushing back or stopping this, I can tell you it is out of fear. Fear of losing your job, fear of being labeled as a racist, fear of harm or persecution. We are basically forced to sit by and say nothing. As a conservative-minded person in education, you need to keep your mouth shut or you will be labeled. You will be treated differently by your peers and coworkers. I've seen it happen firsthand. When those of us who are like-minded want to push back against this atrocity in the failed academy, we are silenced from doing so out of fear. We know who we are, and we give each other a look or a nod and talk quietly among ourselves and make sure nobody is listening from around the corner and will jump out and label us as racist, Trump-loving conservative, just because we are opposed to how the failed academy is supporting the terrible disservices to our students. But like a lot of us, we love what we do in this field and value our jobs as educators and support personnel, which is why we stay quiet and keep trying to push them in our own way. We still care about the students, encourage and support their development as young scholars, but not in ways that we know will hurt them more than will help them. It is the sad reality we face, but we deal with it because our career field is filled with 90% of the left and Mysterians and rising daily. I could tell you stories about how the unions encourage us. I've actually walked out of meetings where they were spewing their propaganda before the election. But there are GL'ers in education. We know where we are. We will say good luck and know exactly what that means. Trying to push back one day at a time from the sadly failed academy. And
how
sad
is
grim? It's grim. That's what grim is.
And yet it's also not shocking. I mean, it's seeping into every aspect of our lives.
But I'm telling you, the failed academy is at the
Oh, absolutely.
You all know that fellow. And so I trust that there's not a doubt in my mind that he was telling us the absolute truth.
Well, it goes back to, Joe, when talking about this before the show, when Liz Collins joined us and what she told us about the way that the media is. All of this is happening all around us.
I really want to wean myself off local news on television. I was telling Reavers before this show that I'm noticing what's the word I want? An oxygen.
Trend?
No, a trend, I guess. The worse the world gets, the lighter the newscasts are becoming.
Yeah. The worse the news.
Is that an axiom?
Say that again.
That's an axiom. The worse the world gets around us, the failed academy, the $18 billion surplus, what have you, crisis at the border. The worse the world gets, the worse this country gets, the lighter the newscast.
And now that you mentioned that, one thing I'm noticing too is we'll talk about the devastation in Ukraine.
Yep.
And then the awkward transition into how to keep your pets safe during the holidays.
Exactly. They treated the $18 billion surplus story with all of the gravity they would give a large record pumpkin grown in Anoka.
Yeah.
There was just no difference.
Is it condescension or is it just is it the producers aren't that smart?
Well, their objective is to keep as many eyeballs.
Well, they're becoming like the failed academy.
It's the marketing.
You have to toe the mark here because we believe this is how we're going to accomplish ratings.